My name is Adam Zoe. I'm 72 years old, and until a few months ago, I was just a regular retired teacher, the kind of man who blended into the background of a small town like Willow Creek. Each morning, I'd wake up at 5:30 sharp, brew my coffee in the same faded blue mug my late wife Clara had bought at a flea market decades ago, and head downstairs to the bookshop. Zoe's Books was our little slice of heaven on Main Street, a cozy, independent bookstore filled with towering shelves of novels, the faint scent of ink and paper, and the soft creak of the wooden floors that Clara had insisted on keeping original. I'd water the potted ferns by the window, flip the sign to open, and settle in for the day, recommending classics to curious kids or debating literature with the old-timers who came in for a chat and a cup of tea from the kettle I kept in the back. It was a simple life, predictable and comforting, full of small rituals that kept Clara's memory alive. She had been the heart of the place, opening it 40 years ago with nothing but a dream and a small inheritance from her aunt. I was the steady one, teaching English at the local high school by day and helping with inventory by night. But when I walked into the courtroom that morning, my son Marcus rolled his eyes and whispered something dismissive to his wife Leela. She smirked, adjusting her designer handbag as if the whole My name is Adam Zoe. I'm 72 years old, and until a few months ago, I was just a regular retired teacher, the kind of man who blended into the background of a small town like Willow Creek. Each morning, I'd wake up at 5:30 sharp, brew my coffee in the same faded blue mug my late wife Clara had bought at a flea market decades ago, and head downstairs to the bookshop. Zoe's Books was our little slice of heaven on Main Street, a cozy, independent bookstore filled with towering shelves of novels, the faint scent of ink and paper, and the soft creak of the wooden floors that Clara had insisted on keeping original. I'd water the potted ferns by the window, flip the sign to open, and settle in for the day, recommending classics to curious kids or debating literature with the old-timers who came in for a chat and a cup of tea from the kettle I kept in the back. It was a simple life, predictable and comforting, full of small rituals that kept Clara's memory alive. She had been the heart of the place, opening it 40 years ago with nothing but a dream and a small inheritance from her aunt. I was the steady one, teaching English at the local high school by day and helping with inventory by night. But when I walked into the courtroom that morning, my son Marcus rolled his eyes and whispered something dismissive to his wife Leela. She smirked, adjusting her designer handbag as if the whole thing was a minor inconvenience. Then, something extraordinary happened. The judge looked up from his bench, froze completely, and murmured in disbelief, "It's him!" The entire courtroom fell silent. None of them had any idea who I really was until that moment. That trial changed everything. For 45 years, I was the father who sacrificed everything for my only son, Marcus. Clara and I had met in college, she a literature major with a passion for rare books, me studying education with dreams of inspiring young minds. We married young, in a small ceremony at the town hall, and poured our savings into opening the shop. It was hard at first, long hours, tight budgets, but Clara's charm drew in customers, and my teaching job kept us afloat. When Marcus was born, our world revolved around him. I worked extra tutoring sessions after school, sold my collection of vintage stamps to buy him a computer when they were still newfangled things, and even took on summer jobs at the library to fund his college education. Clara sewed his clothes, baked cookies for his bake sales, and read to him every night from the books in our shop. Marcus grew up surrounded by stories, and we thought we'd given him the best start. He went to a prestigious university, majored in business, and landed a job in real estate development.
When he married Leela, an ambitious marketing consultant from the city, I swallowed my pride and welcomed her. She was all flash, expensive clothes, name-dropping social connections, but I told myself she made Marcus happy. I'd host them for Sunday dinners in the apartment above the shop, serving Clara's famous lasagna with my best smile, even when Leela complained about the quaint decor or suggested we update the place to increase its value. After Clara passed away 5 years ago, a sudden heart attack that took her in her sleep while she was reading in bed, I thought Marcus and I would grow closer in our grief. How naive I was. Instead, he began to see me as a burden. Visits became obligatory, cold affairs where he'd check his phone constantly, and Leela would glance around the shop with barely concealed disdain. Calls grew infrequent, excuses creative, trip, work, Leela isn't feeling well. The greatest humiliation came on a gray Thursday in October. I had spent the morning preparing a special lunch, Clara's chicken pot pie recipe, the one that always made Marcus smile as a boy. I set the table with our best cloth, the one Clara had embroidered with book motifs when Marcus was a teenager, and even picked fresh flowers from the garden out back. When they arrived, Leela swept in like she owned the place, slumping into Clara's favorite armchair and pulling out her phone without a hello. Marcus wore the watch I'd given him for graduation, but his expression was distant, cold as winter wind. "Dad, we need to talk," he said in that polished voice he'd adopted since marrying Leela, a voice that sounded like a stranger in a boardroom. He sat on the edge of the sofa, eyes flicking to his watch. "Leela and I have made a decision. This shop is too big for you to manage alone anymore. You're getting on in years, and we need a space for our growing family. We found the perfect retirement community for folks your age, Sunset Meadows. It's got everything you need." I felt the world tilt. This wasn't just a shop, it was our home. The apartment upstairs where Marcus had taken his first steps, where we celebrated birthdays with cake and stories, where Clara had breathed her last holding my hand. Every shelf, every nook held our family's history. Photographs on the walls, Marcus as a baby, his first day of school, graduation, told our story. "But Marcus, this is our home. All our memories are here," I pleaded, my voice cracking like old paper. "Memories are in the heart, Dad, not in buildings," he replied with a coldness that pierced me. "Besides, Sunset Meadows has activities, bridge, gardening. You'll have company, not be rattling around here alone." Leela smiled smugly, her eyes already measuring the space as if calculating square footage. "It's for the best, Adam," she added with that fake warmth I despised. "We'll handle the paperwork. You won't have to worry about a thing." My heart shattered. My son, the child for whom I'd sacrificed my youth, my health, my dreams, was evicting me from my own home to turn it into God knows what for their benefit. Tears welled, but I held them back. I wouldn't let them see me break. "I need time to think," I murmured, clinging to dignity. "There's not much to think about, Dad," Marcus said, standing. "It's decided. The appraiser comes next week." They left without touching the pie, the flowers wilting on the table, my heart in pieces where we once laughed as a family. That night, sleep evaded me. I sat in the back room, staring at the photographs. Marcus as a toddler, clutching a picture book. Marcus at 10, helping stock shelves. Marcus at graduation, me,
beaming with pride. How had it come to this? How would the boy who called me his hero now treat me like an obstacle? The following days were a living hell. Marcus brought the appraiser unannounced, a man in a gray suit who treated the shop like a commodity. He measured rooms, noted outdated fixtures, discussed renovations for commercial viability, as if I wasn't standing there. "The wiring's ancient," he said. "Kitchen tiles dated.
Gut it all for a cafe setup. Clara had chosen those tiles herself when Marcus was young, each one laid with love during a weekend project. But to them, they were just barriers to profit. The humiliation deepened when Leela brought brochures for Sunset Meadows. "Look, Adam, beautiful gardens and bingo Tuesdays," she said in her persuasive tone. "Plus 24/7 nurses. You'll be safer." Safer? I'd lived here 40 years without incident, knew every name. Beaming with pride. How had it come to this? How would the boy who called me his hero now treat me like an obstacle? The following days were a living hell. Marcus brought the appraiser unannounced, a man in a gray suit who treated the shop like a commodity. He measured rooms, noted outdated fixtures, discussed renovations for commercial viability, as if I wasn't standing there. "The wiring's ancient," he said. "Kitchen tiles dated. Gut it all for a cafe setup." Clara had chosen those tiles herself when Marcus was young, each one laid with love during a weekend project. But to them, they were just barriers to profit. The humiliation deepened when Leela brought brochures for Sunset Meadows. "Look, Adam, beautiful gardens and bingo Tuesdays," she said in her persuasive tone. "Plus 24/7 nurses. You'll be safer." Safer? I'd lived here 40 years without incident, knew every neighbor by name. My routines, my books, my memories, none mattered. All that mattered was clearing me out. The day I least expected, they arrived with papers. Marcus strode in like the owner, Leela and a lawyer in tow. "Mr. Zoe, documents for property transfer. Your signature, please." "Transfer? I thought a sale," I said, confused. Leela avoided my gaze. "We decided to keep it, better for family assets." Then I understood. Not just eviction, but theft disguised as concern. "I'm not signing," I said firmly. Marcus's face darkened, revealing aggression he'd hidden. "Dad, you're not in condition to decide. I'm your heir, acting in your interest." "This is my home," I shouted, surprising myself. "I'm not leaving." "Don't make it hard, Dad," Marcus murmured. "You can't live alone. You forgot the stove last week." A lie. Leela smiled as if it was the perfect excuse. The lawyer cleared his throat. "If not voluntary, we may pursue incapacity proceedings." The world closed in, my son willing to declare me incompetent to steal my home, alone against them. "I need time," I muttered, defeated. "1 week," Marcus said coldly. "Then we do what we must." They left. I collapsed, crying as I hadn't since Clara's funeral. Betrayed, humiliated, defenseless. That night I considered giving up. Maybe they were right, too old, too weak. But a flame of dignity burned. I wouldn't let them win without a fight. Next day, Leela returned alone. Hope flickered, maybe remorse. Wrong. "Adam, here to pack," she said robotically. "Boxes for clothes." I searched her eyes for the son I raised, found only a stranger. "Marcus, please reconsider. I'm your father." "That's why," he replied, avoiding eyes. "Because I love you, want best for you." Love? Stripping my home? Dignity? She packed carelessly, photos shoved in boxes, Clara's books stacked roughly. "This dress, Clara's? Old, donation." "Leave it," I begged. "Funeral dress." Already in bag. My pain irrelevant. Final straw, jewelry box, wedding ring, earrings Clara gave me, chain from my mother. "Safer in deposit box," she said, pocketing. "Mine," I yelled, grabbing. "You're upset. Proves you can't care for yourself," she said calmly. I knew I'd lost my son. Greed blinded him. That night, alone in half-empty home, bare walls mocking me. Couldn't eat, sleep, sat amid scattered memories, wondering when I became invisible. Following days, hell. Marcus supervised, strangers appraising. "Lady, wait! Old man, speed up!" Friday, 3 days left. Movers Monday. Afternoon, alone, walked shop like a ghost, touched walls Clara painted, sat in chairs of family meals, opened drawers of treasures. In Clara's desk, locked folder, key in investment book. Opened, world changed. Will dated 6 months before death. Hands trembled. Clara, not just bookseller, investor, bought properties low, stocks high, wealth I never knew. Sole heir. Marcus a small sum if cared for me respectfully. Clause. Owned building Marcus and Leela lived in. Rents deposited unknown account. Statements. Astronomical. Lived poor while fortune grew. More. Shares in a cafe chain. Investments in publishing. Land. Read every document. Legal. Organized. Silent empire. I, emperor unknowing. Letter. Dearest Adam, if reading, I'm gone. Forgive secrecy. Surprise for golden years. Sacrificed so much, ensure no want.
Confess, never trusted Leela. Ambition worries. Structured to protect. Use wisely, not hurt. Protect, teach. Marcus good, confused. Tools to defend. Love eternal, Clara. Sat surrounded by millions, crying for wise woman lost, son about to lose. Tears of gratitude, hope, satisfaction. They've thought stripping me, unaware I owned their home, his company shares, city properties, house least valuable. Night, no sleep from sadness, but planning. Monday, rain tapping. Marcus/Leela with movers, expect packed. Found me in armchair, tea sipping. Dad, what? Movers here, Marcus said. Not leaving, calm. Leela threatening smile. Adam, disgust, no choice. You're right, but neither do you. Tone alerted. What mean? Marcus asked. Discovered interesting financial situation. You'll understand soon. Looked like nonsense, but I changed. Plan, power. Enough games, Leela said. Movers waiting. They can leave, nothing moving. Marcus stood. Don't understand situation. On the contrary, you don't. Rose, to desk, documents. Not all, some. No apartment 3 years, never paid real owner. Frowned. Pay monthly. Yes to management depositing to me. I own the building. Silence deafening. Leela laughed nervous. Impossible. Pension life. Chose that. Clara smarter. Showed deed. Marcus read trembling. Can't be, murmured. Real is throwing me out. Leela snatched, pale. Why never tell? Marcus asked. Didn't know till 3 days. Father visionary. Leela paced. Changes everything. Can evict. Along tenants paying timely 2 years. Can't, Marcus cracked. Family. Family? Like declaring incompetent to steal house, packing memories trash, taking mother's jewelry? Marcus cried, genuine terror. Dad, fix! Leela's idea. Marcus! Leela furious. True, convinced best, said losing memory, danger. Believed her over intuition? Movers confused. Taking or not? No, firm. Go. Leela closer, aggressive. Not over. Challenge documents. Verify. Encourage. Marcus pleaded. Dad, please. Leela pregnant. Throw grandchild street? Punch. Pregnant, not told. Blackmail. True? Nodded tears. Wanted surprise different. Like evicting surprise. Resolve wavered. Remembered Clara's words. Protect. Teach. Congratulations. Doesn't change what did. Think grandchild. Want grow without grandpa? Grandpa here. You rid me. Leela. If money, help instead punish. United family. United like threatened incompetent. Turn son against. Never. Quiet. Heard enough lies. Calm first months. Here's how it happens. 30 days find elsewhere. No see unless emergency. After? Marcus broken. See if learned respect. Family. Leela exploded. emotional blackmail, money manipulate. Like you used incompetence, love blackmail. Different, murmured, unconvincing. Right, different because power real. Marcus up. Anything change mind? Yes. Apology sincere. Admit treated trash. Admit Leela's idea. Leela read. Never humiliate. Ready move. Marcus looked pleading. Leela, please, father. No, not bow to manipulative old man. Insult hung. Marcus' mouth open, seeing true. Manipulative old man, repeated. That's what you think. No, Marcus murmured. Yes, bitter old man can't see son happy. Made up money story. Made up. Desk, more documents. Bank statements, deeds, stocks. Table covered proof. Marcus examined. God, Dad, real. Very. Why desperate discredit? Leela last gambit. Marcus, believe hid years? Liar. No, Marcus yelled. Stop, Leela. Turned me, tears. Dad, forgive. Everything. Right. Treated trash. Took memories, jewelry, dignity. Worst did because she convinced burden. Leela, don't listen, she tried.
Ignored. Filled head lies mental health dangers alone. Guilty leaving when wanted home. Quiet, Lila ordered. Never tell quiet again, Marcus yelled. Sick manipulations, sick using hurt father. Silence absolute. First, Marcus defended right over follow orders. Lila cold. Choose father over me, over. Motionless, then straightened, then over. Lila paralyzed, years controlled, now no. Not serious, pregnant, can't raise alone. Won't have father, but not ready forgive. Months humiliation, nights crying, lost son, didn't disappear words. Marcus, appreciate eyes open, doesn't fix. Face fell. No deserve not, willing anything. Lila knelt, fake repentance. Adam, right, my fault, convinced Marcus couldn't care, pressured decisions, forgive. Looked down, satisfaction, disgust, pathetic grovel after arrogance. Forgive now, discover not helpless old man. Wrong, make up, happy family. Happy? Threatened, incompetent, called manipulative 5 minutes ago. Swallowed. Upset, didn't mean. No, knew, true face. Turned Marcus, shame, pain. You, months treated nuisance, apology erases? No, admitted, cracking. Can't erase, try right. How? Looked Lila. Leaving her, man convinced betray loved unconditionally. Lila up. Serious? My child. My child, Marcus determined. Don't want grow watching mother manipulate, mistreat father. Biggest mistake, Lila threatened. Biggest marrying you. Lila hatred. Not over. Fight custody. Prove crazy. What money? Calm. Tomorrow talk boss. No own shares company influence decisions? Pale. Wouldn't. After done, course. Abuse power. Like abused trust, turn against. Lila door. Stopped. Doesn't end. Try. From elsewhere. 1 hour, things out building. 1 hour? Said 30 days. When Marcus with, now alone, no reason keep property. Slammed door. Marcus left me alone, tension heavy, documents hard process. Dad, murmured long, forgive? Looked, 35-year-old lived lie, betrayed father, worthless man, pregnant alone. Don't know, hurt a lot. No, spend life make up. Starting what? Starting jewelry back. Pulled bag taken days. Asking stay tonight, nowhere go. Looked bag, pregnant son, heart soften. One night, tomorrow talk earn trust. Nodded gratitude, tears. Thank dad, promise right. Promise is easy, hard keep. Test, days follow. Next days strange and tense. Marcus stayed old room, kept same since married. Day, polite strangers, talk necessities. Breakfast, weather, morning sickness. Watched gestures, words, attempts win trust. Gave hope. First years doing self. Washed dishes, kept room spotless, helped shop without ask. Third day, watering ferns window, Marcus approached teacup. Dad, talk? Nodded, not turning. Learned silence powerful. Thought a lot past days. Happened, did, said. Watered, waiting. Realized not just Lila changed, allowed, chose believe stead heart. Turned, circles eyes, thinner despite pregnancy. Why do you think that happened? Sighed. Easier to blame than face married wrong. Honesty surprised, expected excuses, not admission. When Lila complained visited much, knew unfair, easier think clingy, accept selfish. Hands belly, barely showing, suggested retirement, knew wrong, convinced good, wanted to believe, didn't face problem. What problem? Married woman no respect family, me, never change. Days follow, Marcus revealed chilling. Lila isolated friends, convinced bad influence, controlled money, said men handle better, convinced quit job, real husbands provide. Never thought to tell? Lila said wouldn't understand, different generation. If told problems, tell leave, didn't want interference marriage. Each revelation hurt. Son suffering silence, believed happy. When closer, too late, Lila programmed see enemy. 2 weeks, call left pale. Building manager, Lila lobby, right come, still wife. What told? Didn't want see, won't leave, yelling police, kidnapping. Up, calm. Tell manager down, talk. Dad, upset, don't know capable. Exactly, why go? Lobby, Lila, fury, yelling, manager, trembling desk. Crazy old man, kidnapped son, call police. Good afternoon, Lila, serene. Turned, eyes bloodshot, drinking. Give back son, now. Marcus where wants. Leave property, I'll call police. Not property, liar. Phone, lawyer, speaker. Victoria, Adam Zoe. Upset woman, refuse leave building. Confirm owner? Of course, Mr. Zoe, sole owner. Manager, understood. Anything else clarify, Lila? Not over, muttered, unconvincing. Right, tomorrow, supervisor company. Day after, bank, car loan. Contacts, useful money. Left without word, new return. Men, no, women like, don't give up easy. 2 months, trial like a storm. Lila sued parental alienation, financial manipulation, full custody, baby carrying. Morning, dressed best suit. Marcus room, tears. Dad, scared. What if judge believes? Takes baby. Hugged first months, body tremble. Not happen, truth sighed. Courthouse, Lila there. Expensive lawyer. Looked hatred, no intimidate. Peace right side. Lila's lawyer argued vengeful man used money, destroy marriage, manipulation, blackmail, toxic father couldn't accept son grown. Turn, Victoria presented evidence, texts Lila insulting Marcus, recordings threatening leave if not evict, testimonies neighbors heard yelling abuse. Decisive, judge looked. Mr. Adam Zoe? Yes, honor. Took glasses, studied. Worked high school 30 years ago. Heart stopped. Yes, taught English, Willow Creek High. Judge smiled. Judge Elias Harper, former student, shy kid, dyslexia, failing, stayed after help read, believed when no one, credits career you. Room silent, Marcus amazement, Lila pale, saw under gray hair young boy encouraged, doubted. Elias murmured, eyes tears, course remember. Never forgot kindness, Mr. Zoe, told one day judge, even I didn't believe. Lila's lawyer, conflict interest. No conflict, firm, only justice. Evidence clear, Mrs. Lila Foster, manipulator. Verdict resounding. Lila lost rights to baby, no approach, pay costs, settlement emotional damages. Left, Marcus hugged like a child. Dad, how judge knew? Life circles, son. Kindness returns unexpected. 6 months, grandson Liam born, worth it. Marcus regained essence, loving parent knew could be. Afternoon, rocked baby garden. Marcus asked, Dad, forgiven? Looked, grown short time, valued important. Forgive, Marcus. More, learned forgive self. Night, tea, chipped mug, thought Clara letter. Used power as expected, protect, teach. Marcus learned love, not control, respect. I learned never too late, dignity. Window, garden, Liam playing, smiled. Battles worth, victory sweet, long arrive. End, not yell, heard. Remember who you, defend peace, right side. 5 years, trial, life turn never imagined. Liam, 4, mother's eyes, my stubbornness, ran garden chasing butterflies. Marcus prepared Sunday lunch. Grandpa Adam, look, found, yelled, yellow flower, small hands. Beautiful love, said, lifting kiss. Vase others. Marcus smiled, kitchen. Years bloomed. Back to school, accountant, firm. Regained laugh, childhood. Dad, letter, said, elegant envelope. Foundation established, 2 years, Clara inheritance. Home pages, a refuge for elderly suffering abuse, abandonment. Pain turned purpose bigger. What say? Marcus asked, apron. Inauguration 3rd house, house 15 more. Years helped 50+ women, men rebuild. Arrived, stripped dignity, ungrateful children, abusive relatives, alone, stories similar. Doorbell interrupted. Marcus opened, mysterious smile. Dad, visitor. Retired Judge Elias Harper, elegant woman, silver hair. Mr. Zoe, greeted, warm smile, kept young. Introduce wife, Sophia. Honored to meet, Sophia said, hands. Elias told much, says important professional training. Exaggerates, replied, moved. Not, Elias insisted. Why inviting personally? Retired Judges Association award foundation work. Not necessary, began. Yes, interrupted. Your story inspired me to reflect true justice beyond laws. And left, Marcus sat porch, Liam with dolls. Garden beautiful. Hired a gardener, still cared ferns Clara loved. Do you know what I admire most, Dad?
What? Never bitter after put through. Pain, never hardened heart. Course bitter, admitted. Nights resentment ate. Clara taught valuable letter. What? True power, not revenge. Transform pain, useful others. Marcus nodded, experienced. Volunteered foundation. Experience advised young, toxic relationships. Ever hear of Lila? Lawyer said moved city, remarried. Paused. Hope learned, honestly. No concern. Not curious? No. Some people teach lessons. Learned, let go. Liam running rosy cheeks. Grandpa, story brave grandpa? Favorite. Adapted version happened. Grandpa magical powers protect family bad dragon. Again, pretended complain, lifted lap. Yes, don't forget good judge helps. Told umpteenth time, thought destiny strange. Lost everything, discover had. Hit bottom, find strength. Happily ever after? Liam asked to finish. Happily ever after, concluded. Brave grandpa found happy ending.
You found happy ending, Grandpa, Liam said. Looked around, Marcus setting table dinner, garden blooming, beautiful grandson in arms. Letter, foundation, promise help more. Yes, love, did. Night, Liam bed, sat in armchair, tea, letters weekly women helped. 75-year-old thanked courage face abusive daughter. 60-year-old got her house back, grandchildren swindled. Every letter, confirmation, experience, purpose, bigger pain. Marcus sat with tea. Thinking, Dad? Clara admitted, proud of what she built. Sure she's watching, murmured. You, proud of woman you become. Learned from the best, replied, squeezing his hand. Silence, tranquility, night. Distance, city noise. Garden, peace reigned. Love you, Dad, whispered. Love you, son. Always, even the darkest moments. True. Father's love transcends hurts, disappointments, betrayals. Stronger pride, enduring resentment, powerful than fortune. Night slept soundly, no nightmares, worries. Found worth more world money. Peace used second chance wisely. In the end, not money, power. Transforming pain, purpose, humiliation, strength. Experience, wisdom, others. Learned an important lesson. Never too late stand for self. Never too late change story.